been interested in getting solar panels for your home, listen up. They can be a good long-term investment, both for your bank account and the environment. But we've received numerous complaints about a company called Pink Energy. They used to be known as Power Home Solar. With thousands of customers operating in 15 states, including Pennsylvania, hundreds of customers have filed complaints, many saying that they're out tens of thousands of dollars and stuck with solar panels that don't work. CBS 21's Jessica Babb has been investigating, getting answers on how you can protect yourself.
It's been a horrifying experience from day one.
Feels like I got duped.
It's a big waste of money.
These are some of the complaints from across the Commonwealth about Pink Energy promises.
They're selling her a dream of what she's wanted for these years, and now it's turned into a nightmare.
This is wrong. I mean, right now I got a paperweight on my roof. That's all I got.
Pink Energy, the major solar panel installation company, recently rebranded, changing their name from Power Home Solar.
I wish their product was what they said it was.
These are just a fraction of the customers who say they feel misled. All of their stories similar.
We were guaranteed at least 40% savings.
They say sales reps told them their solar panels would save them big on their electric bills.
That was how it's explained to me, that this system was going to be so big that I wasn't going to have any electric bill, and the electric company would pay me back money that would equal or almost equal what the payments were on the solar system.
That deal was only good for that day.
Customers tell me their sales reps wouldn't leave information behind.
You can ask for information, details. They're very vague.
When it comes to signing on the dotted line, many customers say they felt like they didn't have time to dig into the details and comb through the contracts, often signing them electronically.
He just pressured and pressured and pressured.
The sales rep himself, it must have had enough BS to baffle me.
Some say they even saw delays getting their systems turned on after issues with inspections and permits.
Service after the sale does not exist.
Once they are on, people say their solar panels aren't producing, claiming they're making minimal energy.
The system was not working at all.
For instance, for York County resident Dale Kesey, in his contract, it's estimated he would produce about 7,600 kilowatts per hour in the first year, which could have saved him big bucks. Based on his annual usage, that's about a third of his electric cost. But so far this year, his energy bills show he's produced nowhere near that, meaning some months he's only saving around $15 to $20.
I'm feeling pretty PO'd.
Leaving customers like him on the hook for thousands. Kesey financed his solar panels for more than $50,000. Others took out loans ranging from nearly $30,000 to $100,000. Now with electric bills and solar panel payments,
it's costing me money instead of saving me money.
I feel taken advantage of because what they told me was going to happen in my world did not. I mean, I'm now paying double.
When they try to contact Pink Energy,
a lot of times you get referred to your concierge and transferred.
They say they can't get clear answers for their panel problem.
It says low sun. We don't have any shortage of sun.
And basically, it's excuses. Basically, they say, well, maybe it's the weather. Maybe you need to go out and clean them, this, that, and the other thing.
And haven't had much luck finding a solar solution.
We're still going back and forth.
She's looking at a possibility of losing her home. She's not going to be able to retire. She's not going to be able to enjoy the rest of her life working to pay for solar panels.
Nationwide, more than 900 people have filed complaints with the BBB in the last 3 years. More than 600 of them were in the last year alone. Even though the company responded to many of them, the BBB says in 3 years, only 164 complaints have been closed with a resolution the customer is satisfied with. Through a FOIA request, we received documents from the FTC showing they've gotten 167 complaints, many with the same story, with customers nationwide saying their panels aren't producing as much electricity as they were expecting.
It comes down to a difference in basically what the sales rep is telling somebody versus what is actually in the contract versus where that consumer's expectation level is.
The Pennsylvania Attorney General's office has gotten 52 complaints. In Missouri, the Attorney General is even investigating for alleged violations of consumer protection law.
They've grown very quickly. That's part of the issue is growing that fast.
Even though customers say their solar panels aren't working well, experts with the Better Business Bureau say it all comes down to the contracts.
The contract rules. And that's why consumers have to be very careful before they sign a contract.
In the contract, it's clear. Pink Energy says any savings aren't guaranteed.
I feel real stuck. Real stuck.
Now the BBB is getting involved.
It's not just a rogue sales rep that all these complaints are about. It's not just one or two sales reps. It's across their entire footprint.
Up until recently, Pink Energy has had an A+ rating on the BBB, but now they have no rating until they find a fix.
Basically said, what are you going to do? What are you going to do about this? Because it's one thing to respond to the complaints and work to get a resolution, but what are you going to do about what's causing these complaints to happen in the first place?
So I went to get answers.
Wanted to stop by the Harrisburg office to see if we can get any information or get any answers.
Gotcha. I'm not authorized to speak to the company.
No one from Pink Energy would do an interview with us, but a spokesperson says they've recently made some changes, including more training on ethical sales policies, adding a minimum 7-day penalty-free cancellation period, expanding their customer service team, doing an independent investigation into their sales practices, and revamping their process. They told the BBB they're also getting rid of commission-only sales associates.
Not that we're doubting your intentions here, but we still have to see that what you're promising to do is what you're actually going to do.
Pink Energy also says they've been in touch with everyone I talked to, reaching a resolution with most of them. But many of those customers tell me they're still not satisfied.
This is no way, shape, or form an experience that I would recommend to anyone.
Just to make sure you do your research. Don't listen to the dream that they sell you.
After telling Pink Energy about my conversations with customers, they say they're continuing to work with them to find a resolution. In a letter to some customers, Generac, a company working with Pink Energy, says they're working to address equipment issues for a particular component in the solar systems. So how can you protect yourself if you're interested in solar? Officials with the BBB say do your research. They say you need to be thorough and independently verify claims a company might make. Look at every detail in the contracts and get quotes from multiple companies. If a salesperson makes savings claims, the BBB says that's a red flag. If you don't do enough research, you could find yourself in a contract, leaving little room for legal action. For CBS 21 News, I'm Jessica Babb.